very beautifully the gopis are speaking about the good fortune of the flute. That the flute is actually a male, and also it is considered to be in Shantaras, completely in Shantaras. It is in passive devotional service to the Lord. It's not actively serving Krishna on its own. Whenever Krishna wants, he picks up the flute and he uses it. The flute is otherwise either, Krishna is holding it in his hands, or Krishna is sometimes tucking it in his waist, or sometimes he is, just using it like a little, little stick, or sometimes it's just lying on the floor. So the flute is not actively serving Krishna on its own. It is in Shantaras, it is passively serving Krishna. That whenever Krishna wants it, that time Krishna is picking up the flute and giving his Adharamrita. He is touching the flute to his lips and he's blowing into the flute. So what is the special qualification of the flute? That it has attained to such an esteemed position of being able to relish the transcendental nectar of Krishna's lotus lips. What is the special privilege? And what is the kind of austerities that this particular flute has undergone? It is said that it is not easy to become the flute. The flute, if you see, it is made out of bamboo. But the bamboo is completely hollow from inside. The flute, it has to be made hollow from inside. So first of all, it is taken from the bamboo, grove. A thin kind of a bamboo, twig is taken. And then it is dried out. Then all the insides is, nicely carved and, it's just scraped out. It's a painful process. When the little bamboo is leaving from the parent grove of bamboos, the other bamboos are crying, oh, our little, tree is going away. And this little tree is crying, oh, I'm getting separated from my family. So there is separation, there is pain. The bamboo is taken away, it is dried out, and then it is scraped. Imagine if someone is constantly scraping us with a tool, how much pain we will feel. The flute is undergoing that much of pain. And then it is carved. Sometimes designs are made on it with hot, like scalpel, little designs are made. And then the actual thing comes. They take a hot iron, which is very, very, it's round in shape, to make the 7 holes and the 8th hole where we blow in. So that, to make the holes, hot iron is taken and it is inserted into the bamboo to make those holes. So painful, such a painful process. It is a very, very painful process for the bamboo to undergo that. And the bamboo is undergoing all of this pain, separation from family, separation from the loved ones, separation from everybody else. And all of this, scraping going on and this, digging into him going on, he's tolerating all of that. And then finally the day comes when the flute is ready, that Krishna is picking up that flute and he is giving the flute the amrita, the nectar coming out from his lotus lips. So what austerities the flute is doing? What great austerities the flute is actually rendering to be able to be in that position where Krishna picks it up and touches the flute to his lips, to his lotus lips. This is the kind of austerity. And what are we doing? We are sitting in nice AC rooms. If we have to go out into Harinam for even a couple of hours and be in the sun, it's a torture for us, right? We are not ready to take on any kind of difficulties, any kind of hurdles, even something as simple as just getting up in the morning, early morning in the Brahma Muhurta to chant our japa. We are not able to do that spontaneously. We have to chastise our mind every single day to be able to wake up during Brahma Muhurta. And we always find excuses. Oh, yesterday night, I slept at 1:30. How can I get up today? It's so difficult. Our mind is so conditioned that any kind of difficulty, any kind of austerity is extremely difficult for us to undergo. So, how can we expect mercy coming from Krishna? So, unless we are taking some steps towards Krishna, how will Krishna take any steps towards us? So, we must see through the life of these great personalities how they are and what they are doing, how they are doing, and what are they doing. That Krishna is reciprocating with them so amazingly. It's not that it's just happening by chance, or that Krishna is giving a special favor to such class of devotees. No, they are also doing their part, and then they are forcing Krishna to act and reciprocate in that way. When we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with the proper attitude, with the proper mood, with the proper consciousness, that Krishna, I am yours. Please engage me in your loving service. Please, I am suffering in this world. I have forgotten you. And all I want is that you pick me up and engage me in your service. That's all I want, O Krishna. When we chant the Mahamantra, if this is our mood, then we will be blessed with service opportunities. Krishna will definitely bless us with opportunities to render service to him for the pleasure of the devotees, for the pleasure of Krishna. So that is how we must cultivate our mood, that we must try to do some austerities, take on some kind of hardship for the pleasure and satisfaction of Guru and Krishna. Now, the hardships that we take on, the austerities that we take on, it should not be mental speculation. Oh, you know what? Kartik is coming up and I really want to lose some weight. So let me go on this kind of a fast. It will be, fasting for Kartik as well as I'll lose some weight. That's complete mental speculation. If we want to do any kind of austerities, if we want to do any kind of fast, then it should be according to what is entailed in our Shastras. It should not be any kind of mental speculation. We should not say, oh, look at this, that now, Kartik is coming up, so I will just do this kind of a fast. I will just do a milk fast for the entire month. No, that is not what is recommended in the Shastra. So we must be very careful that we do not use our own mental speculation in rendering any kind of austerity. We must take the guidance of senior Vaishnavas, of our Guru Vargas, and we must take the guidance of the Shastra, that what is entailed in the Shastra, and we must follow that. Then that is doing regulative devotional service. So we must be very careful when we do take on any kind of austerity, that not just depend on our mind thinking that, okay, this is also austerity and this way also I will please Krishna. This is not the way that we can really please Krishna, because we are acting according to our own whims and fancies and not acting according to the verdict given in the Shastra. We must be very, very careful about this whole thing. So therefore, the gopis, they are glorifying the good fortune of the Venu, of the flute. That what great austerities this flute has undergone to be able to reciprocate with Krishna, with his Adharamrita, with the nectar coming from his lotus lips. How fortunate is the flute. And it has undergone so much of difficulty, so much of personal austerity. It has taken on, inflictions upon himself. And he has attained that position so that Krishna will pick him up and put him across his lips and blow into him and produce such beautiful transcendental sound vibrations that will attract the hearts of millions and millions of fallen souls, conditioned souls like us. That is our hope, that one day we can listen to the transcendental vibration coming from Krishna's flute. So this is the sweetness of Venu, of the flute. Venur Madhuram.